Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I've been doing a bit of reminiscing recently. With the Switch 2, surely just around the corner, I thought it'd be a good idea to look back on what I've done previously in order to get an idea of what I could improve upon and what worked so that I can, keep eating. And in doing so, I just ended up looking through a load of my old videos and thinking back to the launch year of the Switch. Yeah, in theory I should be looking before then, but, a lot more interesting stuff happened in the launch of the Switch, rather than all the rumors, which we're getting again, aren't we? Lots and lots of rumors. And in doing all this, I thought it would be fun to take you lovely people back on a journey to 2017. More specifically, my 2017. So yes, this is going to be a very personal, very self-indulgent video. If that's not your kind of thing, just turn the volume right down and leave me on in the background. We won't tell YouTube. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things. So the year 2017, it started off like any other, except it didn't because the Switch was coming out. I'm not going to bother going right from the very beginning, but I will go from when I managed to actually play the Switch for the first time, which was pretty flipping exciting to say the least. When was that? We released a video on the 16th of January saying we played the Nintendo Switch. What do we think of it? Or something like that. I can't actually see the full title when I open it up, Alex. That's a baller idea. We played the Nintendo Switch. What do we think now? And it was a very, very young Alex back then, to say the least. I'm not going to be able to hear this because I've not got any headphones on or anything like that. For aesthetic purposes. Wow, the old intro. That takes me back. And I don't even have to hear that to know how excited I am, how excitable I used to open up videos. I could just pretend, but I just let you listen to it.
Blimey, I'm about to tell you all about it.
We did put up a show reel though, and this is kind of interesting, and not just because there was a dropped frame then. Oh god, yeah, no, I turned up. I had this hoodie that had been sent to me for a video. I thought, hey, that'll be cool, and then I got it, and I was like, this ain't that cool. So I can't remember if I did anything with it in the end. But I did wear it here because I thought it would be funny. And I wouldn't say I regret it, but yeah, I think I regret it. We have 1-2 switch and everything. Yeah, all the safe crank stuff. I didn't do a lot of that myself. Apparently I did a bit. That's Daz there. That's one of my bosses. He's going to be thrilled that he's in another video. But hey, it's an old video, Daz. You're just in it again. Oh, that's me and Damo milking. That's a sentence. This was really nice because this is one of the few events I could go to with a load of other people. And I'm getting interviewed there about what I think about the Switch after playing it for about 4 seconds. That was what on earth is that? There were a load of games there. It was kind of magical. It sort of felt like, oh my god, the Switch is actually real now. That was an exciting time. That was all back in January, and then I had to wait another couple of months for the Switch to come out. I did get a unit early. Very briefly, that was a weird situation. Basically, I think I got it first, and then I had to send it off to one of my colleagues who was doing a review. They needed a console. I wasn't doing a review. I think it was Breath of the Wild, and so I didn't need the console. I was very sad to give that up. I'm not gonna lie, but I did, manage to get some early footage. I'm fairly certain. If I can ever find that video. Oh yeah, I think I did a fairly straight unboxing. The old set, that was in my parents' house. And I don't miss it. It was smaller even than this, and this is a small room. But there we are, that's the Switch. That was like the first thing. It was so early. When was this? This was on the 23rd of February. That was not that early, all things considered. But it felt so special to have a unit like something brand new, because I'd never had that in my career. I've been doing the Wii U stuff before. Rip me, I know. But the Wii U had been out for ages when I came on board, so it wasn't anything new. And yeah, there were things like new 3DS models and stuff like that. That was interesting. But this was a brand new console. This was seriously exciting, and I'm fairly certain this isn't the first time I've taken this out of the box. Maybe it was. I don't think the Switch has been taken out. Maybe it has. It's a little insider information for you. Pretty much every unboxing, it's not the first time the person's seen it. Then obviously the Switch actually came out proper. We did a number of reviews. Reviews didn't do that well for us nowadays. Nowadays they're kind of like our bread and butter. Our reviews, certainly for a big game will easily, sort of approach 100K at least, but Like Breath of the Wild here, I think it only did, it's done 94,000 views for Breath of the Wild. And yet, you know, sort of nowadays, if we were to release it, I guarantee double that at least. And back in the day, I seem to remember, like, within the first month, I only did about 20k or something. Isn't it interesting how times change? 13 things you didn't know you could do in Breath of the Wild, though. 600,000 views. Not bad. Let's jump ahead a bit, because I did loads of videos, like top 10 best weapons in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is still the highest performing video on this channel at 4.7 million views. That was a collab with Arix of Arix Gaming, who's no longer doing it, which is, or at least he wasn't the last time I checked, which is a shame, but wanted to move on, I think. But I wouldn't say I'm happy that that's the highest performing video by quite a metric, because there are far, far more interesting videos I feel that I've done, videos that I'm prouder of. That really was a bit of a slapdash thing. I think didn't I put the Golden Bow at number 1? That was controversial. Maybe that's why it's got 4.7 million views. Oh, and then I had the ARMS event. That was amazing. So, I mean, it wasn't that amazing, but for some reason it sticks in my head. Not that it was bad, don't get me wrong, but I don't have any footage for this, unfortunately, because I don't know whether I wasn't allowed to film. I do have one photo of this event, but it was basically an ARMS preview, which, if you don't know what that is, a preview is where you just go and play a game before it's released. And it was in London. Usually they're in Windsor, which is where Nintendo UK is based. And it was good fun. There was a big belt. They had like a tournament at the end. You could win this big wrestling or boxing belt. I'm not into combat, can you tell? And I really wanted it because it looked ridiculous, and it had like ARMS. They put like the ARMS logo on it and everything. It can't have been an especially cheap thing that they threw together, and that was quite unusual because I'd just come from the Wii U days where there was no budget for anything. I didn't win it. I think I got through to the semi-final, so I think I came like 3rd or like joint 4th, you know, sort of however you want to split it or something like that, or joint 3rd, and so that was disappointing. But I do have one photo of this event, and it's this. I don't know why. I just found that endlessly amusing. ARMS was a funny one though. I seem to remember, didn't we do a video that's like, is ARMS the first real Switch game or something like that? It's in the title of the review. Again, I used to do reviews on camera. I do not do that anymore because everyone just wants to see the game, and rightly so. Admittedly, we didn't have a lot of budget when it came to how much footage we were allowed to show, so this meant that we could actually just not repeat the same thing over and over again. Oh, this is decent gameplay footage as well. Like, quality-wise, not in terms of the performance, you know, let's not be silly. But yeah, we were calling it the first real game on Switch, and that is ridiculous by modern standards. But it was the first exclusive, I feel, that Nintendo actually developed, because obviously we had snipper clips, which was pretty cool, but it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't developed by Nintendo, you know, it was developed by SFB Games, Super Flash Bros. Games. That's not the full title, that's just what it's based on, obviously, because those guys, I've met those guys now, they're really cool. They made Flash animations that I loved when I was growing up. Super Flash Bros, look them up. I still entirely rate ARMS. I think it's a huge shame that it kind of just sort of like fell off when it did, but you know, we got a bit of coverage out of it, so I'm happy with that. Oh, halfway through the year, I did something very silly, which longtime fans of the channel may know what I'm about to talk about in July of 2017. So before then, bit of context. I went to a press event that was like a post-E3 thing at Nintendo UK, where we got to play all of the games that were at E3 that people in America could play, only now we could play them, which was pretty handy considering I was the only video man at the time. And one of those games was Sonic Forces, and I did an infamous video which got, you know, sort of like response videos, which I don't think I've ever had since. It's because I called the video Sonic Forces is bad. That's not entirely true, it's more than that, but yeah, I played Sonic Forces. I was able to play 3 levels. I found all of them incredibly tedious, really short as well, and just uninspired, weird to control. Basically, I played Sonic Forces, and I thought it would be entirely sensible to make this video, which is titled Sonic Forces is as bad as we all feared. Yeah, this was a learning experience for me in my career. Not because, you know, sort of I feel I shouldn't speak my mind or anything like that, but it was the way I delivered it. And the way I delivered it was not as I should have done it, and it was definitely not how I would do it today. I still stand by everything I said in that video, just not how I said it. Should we make that abundantly clear? So I was just basically upfront and I was saying, oh, it's bad. You know, the thumbnail was just Sonic Forces is bad. And that was, I mean, it got a lot of attention, just not the attention I wanted. I actually got a death threat over this. A genuine death threat. A death threat. This was a learning experience for me. It really was. As I say, I got video responses from people saying, Alex is wrong and things like that. And then the game actually came out. And despite me doing really quite a poor job of expressing myself and getting my arguments across as to why I didn't think it was a good game, it came out and it wasn't a good game. Oh my god, I completely forgotten about that. Do you remember a game? Was this for Switch? God, it was for Switch. Oh my god. Who remembers Flip Wars? I'm guessing no one. It looked like this. I mean, it's a fine concept in theory. It's a little bit Bomberman-esque in some ways. But oh my god, this was not... It was just so boring. It was just so boring. I genuinely completely forgotten about this. I'd forgotten it was a Nintendo game for certain. Let alone just that it existed. Oh, and then we had Splatoon 2. I remember nothing about the preview event for that. I'm fairly certain... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wrote the review for this as well, didn't I? Didn't I? Yeah, no, yeah. I've written all the Splatoon reviews because I'm like the guy. I'm like the Splatoon guy. In the company, at least. Splatoon 2 was great. I really enjoy it. I'm just disappointed I can't remember anything about the preview event. I'm guessing it was just at Windsor and, you know, like any other preview event. Oh well. One thing I don't forget is the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle preview event, because that was in flipping Paris. Do I have any footage of the event, though? Any photos? Anything? Anything? I've got 16 photos! None of them are of the event! Fantastic! Absolutely fantastic. Just random photos of Paris. That was a crazy preview event, though. I'd not actually been to anything like it. Like, they'd done up an entire room, which... You know, they'd kind of done before, but like all these decorations around and stuff like that. I'm really sad I don't have any photos, or indeed any footage. Again, I was super cagey about asking, can I film something? You know, I also may not have had my camera, to be fair. I should have just filmed something on my phone. I need to be, I should have been a little bit more free with that sort of thing, but I thought, it's not professional. I only had an iPhone 6 at the time, but still, any footage is better than none. Any footage is better than none. Oh, I do have a little story about this, though. I went with some representatives of Ubisoft, and I'm not going to name names as much as anything. I don't remember. And they were from the UK. They're from the UK offices and everything like that. And obviously we were going to Ubisoft. The Paris event was, you know, hosted by the Parisian branch. And, but, you know, we were taken around by the UK representatives. Fine, no problem. Except they didn't speak a word of French. We got by 9 times out of 10. A lot of people in Paris speak English. That's not a problem. Except we then went for lunch on like the last day, and no one in the restaurant we went to spoke any English. At least the waiter didn't, and you know, there was a lot of confusion. We got in and the waiter sort of like showed us, the guys, bless them, they were just speaking English. I speak a bit of French, as je parle français un peu, but I don't speak nearly as much French as I thought I did before going to Paris. Tried speaking French, got nowhere. But this poor waiter came over and we weren't ready to order yet, and he came over and asked whether we were ready to order in French. I couldn't tell you what that was. And obviously the UK representatives were just, you know, there. They were sort of taking the reins and everything. And they just started speaking to him in very fast, very colloquial English. And the guy had no idea what was going on. Eventually he just left and came back like 2 minutes later. And the reps were just still like, yeah, can you just give us 5 more minutes, mate? Or just something like that, you know, something that would be fine anywhere in the United Kingdom. But in Paris, it just wasn't flying. And I did say, look, I could probably order for us in French if that would help. And he was just like, no, it's fine. And just kept speaking English. And it was just awful. And eventually, the poor waiter just had no idea what was going on. And in the end, I just went, I didn't even know what to say, but I just went, ne pas décider, sans minuit, s'il vous plaît. And the waiter just went, oh, and just like, it was okay. It was okay. I got a bit of stink eye for that. I didn't want to show anyone up, but I couldn't bear looking at this poor, confused French waiter's face. It just wasn't fair on him And so I just had to do it. And I feel a bit guilty about it, but it is also kind of funny. I thought that was going to be a short story, Alex. 2017 was absolutely packed as well. I keep forgetting Sonic Mania was released in 2017. Oh god, it's absolutely crackers. Of course we had Super Mario Odyssey as well. Oh, there was a preview event for that as well, and I cannot for the life of me remember anything about that either. What would I have done? I'm guessing I would have done like Select Kingdoms and stuff like that. If there even was a preview event, I'm certain there would have been. We did so many videos about Super Mario Odyssey, and I can't say I blame me for back then. Did I not do a preview? Did I not do a preview? That's absolutely baffling. Maybe there wasn't one, or maybe I didn't go and so there wasn't any video stuff. Wow. The past is weird. Oh yeah, there was Fire Emblem Warriors as well. That was 2017 as well? Good God. But the thing I remember the most, I remember this so clearly. I'd not long moved into a new flat. I moved out of my parents at last, and yeah, if this was in October, this video. I'm not showing you what it is yet. Yeah, this was in October, and I'm fairly certain I moved into my flat in August or September. And so I really wasn't there long, and I'd never moved out properly before. I'd done university, and I'm not saying that's not proper moving out, but like, I was moving in with my now wife, Sasha. It was bonkers, you know, we hadn't been together that long. Well, over a year. But I had already proposed. If anyone's wondering, yep, we had a near 7-year-long engagement. That's how you do it. But I had this video, but I had this video, I made this video. What's going on? Why have you gone to 30 frames a second? Yeah, because I used to shoot everything in 60 frames a second. Oh, look, I got a box. That's not a real box, that's a random box.
Hello there, lovely people. It's me, Mario. Wahoo! Mamma.
That's actually Charles Martinet. That's actually Charles Martinet. I wrote that for him to speak. He ended up rewriting quite a bit, like on the fly, but oh my god, he actually said, hello there, lovely people. This was crazy. This was just an unboxing. I mean, it goes on like this.
This is a bit of an ordinary box, but I'm got the special power-up just for today.
Oh, I'm so proud of that silly little transition.
Let's leave this with Alex and see what he thinks. See you in the Odyssey. Wahoo!
And that was it. That was it. So it was like, oh, Mario used Cappy to capture me and stuff like that. That's a stupid idea. Stupid idea. I'm pretty sure that was my idea though. And like Nintendo UK and everything got involved. It's not like we went up to Charles. It's like Nintendo said, hey, you know, do you want to do an unboxing? We've got Charles Martinet. In fact, I don't think they mentioned the unboxing, but they're like, we've got Charles Martinet in the UK. Do you want to do something with him? Like, if you send us the script, we'll get him and you can put it in a video. And I was like, yes, but I didn't want to give him too much. I didn't want to be that guy. But that was such a thrill. That was such a thrill. I really wish I'd been able to meet him in person as well, but that wasn't happening. But what a thrill. My God, that was incredible. You know, I've never written dialogue for anyone really ever. And then I end up writing it for Charles Martinet. Only for a YouTube video, I know, but come on, let me have this one. I hasten to point out this entire year, and indeed the year after that, was all pre-Xeon. Xeon wasn't part of the channel at this point, which feels insane to be honest, but you know, it just is what it is. Oh my God, we also got Doom in 2017? And Skyrim? Oh God, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well? Oh, we're reaching the end, and oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not proud of this video. Xenoblade Combat is simple. My description of it was so poor. It's so bad. I almost don't want to watch it. Oh yeah, I could have done a much better job with this. I ended up making it seem a lot more complicated than it was. The game does a fine job of telling you to play it. You don't need some D-list YouTuber telling you what to do. Oh. Telling you what to do poorly. Oh, how did we end the year though? Because yeah, we're getting towards the end. 21 best Nintendo Switch games. 800,000 views. That was the first one that I did sort of towards the end of the year. I thought it was a new idea. Every year, within reason, not every year, but a lot of years, I think, okay, yeah, no, we're going to do one at the end of the year. It's like kind of like a gift guide for people, you know, and sort of, you know, end of the year, it sort of feels like it's a good time to do it. And every year I'm reminded that I've done it before. That's not entirely true. I know I've done it before, but even so, it still feels weird. But that was the end. Oh, we also did the 31 best 3DS games. That's not Switch related. Oh yeah, I did the 5 Switch games for Christmas with the granddad in the thumbnail. Hello, granddad. It felt weird to make that thumbnail, but it is from a Nintendo trailer. So, it's not just completely random. It does make sense. Why is my internet being so slow? Sasha! I didn't know this was a video with Sasha, and I used to do so many more. Hair looks good there. Mine, not hers. 40 minutes? Oh god, we must be playing the games. Yeah, we got what? Snipper clips? YouTube has decided to add its own chapters in, despite the fact that it doesn't make any sense. So what have we got? Snip Eclipse DLC. Oh, never change YouTube. Why are you being so crap? It ain't my connection, buddy boy. So we've got Overcooked as well. Yeah, it's basically party games, isn't it? You know, but it's sort of like, hey, it's Christmas. Why don't you have some Christmas games? Cube Wars. Oh! No, not Cube Wars. Is that what it's called? Maybe it's called Cube Wars. I remember that game. That was good fun. Just got thrown off the edge. World of Goo! That came out in 2017 as well. Why are you buffering? It's embarrassing. I've run this platform. God, that was a hell of a year, wasn't it? We had so many massive games come out that year. I genuinely don't think Nintendo is potentially, at least in my experience, my first-hand experience, Nintendo's ever had a better launch year than 2017. That was crazy. And, you know, I know that, you know, maybe the NES was better or something like that, but I wasn't alive for that. I'm a young boy. I'm not that young, but I'm youngish. That was a hell of a year, though. So much happened. So much good stuff came out. And this year feels like a bit of a drought in comparison. That's to be expected, obviously, but, you know, God, I did so many videos. This was back again. This was pre-Xeon, pre-Felix, pre-John. So, I mean, they all existed, I imagine. But all of these videos, I don't know how many. I can't easily count, but it's got to be a couple of hundred at least. I did them all. I used to do so many more videos. And it shows on some of them. My God, the quality on some of these back then. And the, you know, runtime was pretty poor on some things as well. But even so, wow, what a year. That was crazy. I hope you enjoyed that. You're still here. Wow. This has dragged on a bit longer than I thought. But how do you remember 2017 in regards to the Switch, not just generally? Let us know with a comment down below. I genuinely would really like to hear your experiences back then. Did you love it? Was it terrible? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I mean that genuinely, because this is a very personal video, and I don't imagine it's going to set the world on fire or anything like that, but you're still here. Genuinely, thank you so much for watching. This has been great fun for me. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, then why don't you stick around, because the Switch 2 will hopefully happen at some point. Christ. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.